Hello there, welcome back to Jennie Designs with Paper. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I'm working on an art journal tag, so get comfy and let's get crafty. This is the Mission Inspiration mid-month mini mission for August, and the prompt or the theme or the idea is hang in there. So I'm going to do a little ink blending and a little bit of collaging, and we're going to move along. This is a quick video, short video, but it's kind of perfect. So I have my tag. This is a 4-inch by 8-inch tag, and I'm going to start with some ink blending. I have my Distress Oxide inks. I've started with Squeezed Lemonade, and we are going to zoom through this because, well, you know, it's not always the most interesting thing to watch. After the Squeezed Lemonade, I've added some Speckled Egg, and I'm going to blend those together nicely, and then I'm adding Rustic Wilderness at the bottom of that tag. And then I'm going to go back with each of the blending foams and just blend those in so that they're a nice gradient, and it kind of gives that sun, sky, ground effect. I'm going to add some interest to the background with this texture stamp set I have. This is an old one from Stampin' Up, and I'm just going to use a couple of the images and a stamp block and some archival ink. I'm using my watering can gray archival ink, and the first stamp is a row of, I don't know, kind of like burlap maybe. So I'm going to stamp that down one time on the left, a couple times on the right. Then I'm going to transition to kind of a flourish. It's kind of leaves that are shaped kind of like a fleur-de-lis, kind of, sort of. Then I'm going to add some ink splats with this little tiny stamp. And I'm just going random, not thinking too much about anything. And the last one is a stamp that looks like a water ring or a coffee ring. And I'm going to stamp this a couple of times, but I'm going to rotate the stamp a little bit so that I end up with circles as well. Once I have all of my stamping done, I can go ahead and start with my collage. So I found this kitty in a magazine ad, and I found this rock formation in an old book that I take pictures out of. It's a book about the national parks in the United States, and a zillion years ago, well, okay, a dozen years ago, both of my children got the same book from having the most reading points at their end of the school year. And our dog chewed one, so I have taken it apart and use the pictures when I need them. But anyway, I kind of like the idea of this cat hanging on this rock formation, and it took me a minute to find something that this cat could hang on that was sized even remotely appropriately. So I've taped the cat and the rock formation together with just a little bit of Scotch tape, and now I'm adding some Yoo-Hoo glue stick to the back, and I'm going to just put this down on my tag where the cat is completely on the tag and the rock formation is slightly off. And this rock formation went across a whole spread of the book, so I cut it in half, and I'm using the second half as kind of a grounding for under the cat's feet. So once I figure out which part of this I want to use, I'm going to go ahead and add glue to that as well. I have a junk mail, it's a seed catalog, over on my desk so that I can just run that glue stick right off the edge of the picture, and it won't get all over my desktop. And then I'll just fold that page back and all will be right in the world. I'm going to go ahead and trim this off really quick with a pair of scissors. You know, you can use anything. On my desk, I had a T6 Copic marker, so I'm going to use that for my shading today because it was on my desk. That's literally the only reason I went with the Copic instead of like a brush pen, a Pitt pen, or a watercolor pencil, or it was on my desk. And I'm just going around all of the rock formations and their pieces and parts. I'm adding a little deeper shadow behind the cat. And I think it blends in nicely with the background. I am going to take that archival ink and an ink blending foam and go around the edge of the tag to kind of hide the white core of the paper on my tag, as well as on the magazine pieces and book pieces that I have collaged together for this tag. This is a super fast tag or super fast video. Most of the work was done before I even started filming, when I was finding something to use for my focal image. I did have a quote that before we get to the quote, let's go ahead and put the prompt card on the back of the tag. I'm just going to stick that down with some Yoo-hoo glue stick as well. I still am really enjoying these glue sticks. I like that the lids screw on so they don't dry out, but they also seem to hold just a little bit better than maybe an Elmer's glue stick. Once I have the prompt card taped or glued rather to the back of the tag, I am going to put a prompt or a quote on the front of my tag. I'm going to go ahead and sign my name and date it August, because this is the August mid-month mini mission. And my quote I've printed on my label maker, and it says, sometimes all you can do is hang on. And low-key, sometimes that's all you can do, right? Sometimes all you can do is just hang on. So I'm just going to go ahead. I've printed it on white printer label maker paper instead of black or clear to make sure it showed up. I'm going to grab that Copic marker and add a little bit of shadowing around that quote box as well, just because I felt like it needed it. That's the only reason. It kind of makes it a part of the page instead of just something I slapped on at the last minute. So, super fast video, super fast tag. I love how it turned out. I like that cat hanging on with his chin in his paws. I think it's perfect. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I have picked a couple of other videos here that I think you would like. I've also added that subscribe button. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and I hope you have a really fabulous day.